Hello, and Inception, kind of, because if you are coming from the last video, if you're not, like, what are you doing with your life? Like, I am so disappointed. But if you are one of the cool ones that actually did jump over from the last video, like, hi.
Hello. I totally don't have enchilada in my mouth.
Well, I guess for the people that are newer here, I am Elvish, this is Aqua. In between us,
Hello.
this is Violet.
Violet. Oh, my little Violet. I hope you're feeding her well. I know that I'm usually just a guest star at this point. But that doesn't mean you can't feed her the donuts that she deserves.
She doesn't need donuts every single day. That is why she had the disgusting farts.
But
You
that's the
don't
best part.
live with
Because
her.
I don't have to
You
exactly.
don't live with her. I had to smell that every single day.
Yeah.
She does not need those donuts.
Those are farts from love.
Well, today, I'm gonna see if I can make this. I'm just gonna be so through with y'all. I'm so done with this series. If you're coming from the previous video, we were doing book 3 of the Throne of Glass series, aka Assassin's Blade. Today we are doing book 4. Yep, Heir of Fire. This series is god awful, and I hate it with a burning fucking passion. So I'm gonna go through the summary. I know we didn't really do a summary for the last one, but you know we usually do a summary. This is gonna be the longest part of the video, so I'm sorry. Just scrub through if you don't want to listen to it. But
disclaimer: this is also technically a summary for me, and I'll explain why afterwards. That means you have to stay tuned, guys. Don't leave us. Stay here. Keep watching. Okay, go.
Well, super quick. Okay, so this book was technically 3 POVs. At the end, we get kind of like the 4th POV. So we have Celaena, and I'm sorry, I'm going to mispronounce all of these words because whoever gave this woman the right to choose how words are said and spelled, they need to be fired because these are not English. So we have POV 1, which is Celaena and Alien. Sorry, that's how I'm going to pronounce it. Aelin?
Aeon. I can't. Yeah.
Aelin? Oh, Aelin makes sense. Okay.
Aelin. Yeah, I think it's Aelin. Sounds right.
So super quick, Celaena and Aelin, they are ordered to assassinate Prince Galen, I guess. Instead, she seeks out the Queen of the Fae to find a way to fight Ardalin's king in Nehemiah's honor. Struggling with training and obviously learning how to shift into her Fae form, Rowan, aka a powerful Fae warrior, pushes her incredibly harshly. That's a whole other story. She befriends Imri, I'm assuming, and Luca. I don't know how the fuck to say these names. She does end up setting a forest on fire, failing to hone in her power. She is attacked later on by skinwalkers, nearly killed until Rowan saves her life. She successfully shifts into her Fae form and burns them. Rowan teaches her the rules of magic to ensure that she conserves power rather than burning herself out. Training, of course, at this point intensifies. She learns how to shift on command rather than out of anger. Rowan does push her through dangerous trials, including rescuing Luca from a frozen lake while a monster lurks beneath. She does discover an ancient sword and a ring during the whole ordeal. She has flashbacks of her parents warning her about Mauve's intentions on exploiting her fire powers. Rowan does end up opening up about his mate's death, and he and Celaena do grow closer over the shared grief, promising to help each other grow. At this point, it is a spoiler that Celaena and Alien, whatever, they're the same fucking person. Same person. Okay. Secondly, we have Chaol, Dorian, and Aedion. I don't fucking know. Chaol is torn between his loyalty to Dorian and whether or not he should protect Celaena. I'm gonna call him Aedion. This is Celaena's cousin. He arrives to the castle pretending to work for the king when he actually works for the rebels. Chaol discovers his identity and reluctantly becomes his ally. Dorian becomes close with the healer that has loved him for a long while. She helps him hide his magic after an outburst is led by trauma. Chaol, wow, my notes decide to just close themselves. Hold up. 2 seconds. Chaol. Wait, where is that? Kaol does confide in Aedion about Celaena's true identity in Elena's tomb, but Dorian overhears and distances himself from both of them due to feeling betrayed. Um, Aedion continues meeting with Rin and Mora, gathering allies for someone I can't pronounce that name. Um, Kale and Aid, I'm gonna call him Aid. Kale and Aid begin strategizing in Celaena's old secret apartment. Aid recalls the day that magic disappeared. Apparently, three separate waves of power um, happened before the magic vanished. You know, I don't fucking know. Um, almost done with theirs. Where is it? Um, yeah. Um, Meanwhile, Dorian and Sorsha, this is the healer I talked about, their relationship does deepen into romance. They experiment with iron to suppress his magic, giving him hope for control. Kaol, Aid, and Rin survive an ambush by the king's men, narrowly escaping through an opium den. Mind you, this is all part one. There's 2 parts. Bear with me. I'm
Oh
not even
boy.
halfway done. Yeah. Now we have Manon and the witches. Manon is heir to the Iron Teeth witches. I do have something I'm going to put a pin in this. She mainly leaves her coven in violence. The witches are summoned to Farron Gap, where we learn that the king is breeding wyvern to build an aerial army. She claims the largest wyvern named Titus and flies him into what is known as the Crossing. She becomes the Blackbeak wing leader and tasked with winning the war game, securing her place as the king's war machine, I guess. During the trials, Manon is almost pushed into Titus's pit. Instead, she and the Bait Wyvern team up to kill Titus. She then claims the Bait Wyvern as her own and names him Abraxas. She begins training with Abraxas, realizing he is smarter and more loyal than expected. She even has his broken fangs and wings reinforced with iron spikes and teeth. While building trust, they hunt real prey instead of feeding him tainted livestock. Their obviously partnership grows. And then she plots with the 13 to dominate the upcoming war games. That's all part 1. Holy fuck. Mind you, this all sounds like a shit ton. Nothing happened in this book. Okay. Part 2. Now we have Celaena, Aelin, or
Celaena
whatever.
Sardothien, Adelin's assassin, protege of Erwin, and the King's champion.
Yep.
Don't forget.
Super fucking quick because I'm already done with this. Like I told you, the summary is gonna be the biggest or like the longest part. Okay, so Celaena and Rowan's bond deepened through their trust, backstory sharing, training, blah 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 blah. Rowan learns of her slave scars and then softens a bit, realizing his harshness was unfair. He teaches her about Paranem, a magical bond where one fae lends power to another. Together, they learn to shield and control her fire magic. They continue investigating a strange death, linking them to the same monster Celaena fought in Adarlan. I can never pronounce these names. These are revealed to be Volg princes, I guess. Dark beings with immense power. This is where I stop being able to pronounce things. Norok and Ardalan soldiers and 3 Valk princes prepare to strike Mistward. Ronan organizes defenses while Celaena accepts him as her true friend. After the Mistward battle, Celaena and Ronan travel to Dornell to face Mauve. Celaena realizes the amulet of Ornith, their family heirloom, now with, I don't fucking know, contains the 3rd and final word key. Mauve reveals more about the Valk and her century-long search for the word keys, wired keys, fucking whatever. Celaena forces Mauve to release Ronan from his blood oath. Ronan then swears a new oath to Aelin, binding his loyalty to hers. Celaena fully accepts her identity as Aelin Galathanius, bowing to, I don't fucking know, reclaiming her birthing and Liberty Star Kingdom. And then we have Kaol and all them. Okay. I'm so tired of reading this. Kale and Aid investigate the 3 mysterious sites tied to the disappearance of magic. Each has a black stone tower like the one in the King's Castle. Dorian pushes Kale to pick a side while Aid builds rebel alliances. News spreads that the king has crushed a slave uprising by slaughtering everyone and um, leaving basically everyone in grief and outrage. Kale and Dorian experiment and deduce how the king uses weirdstone towers to annul magic. Aid, Kale, Rin all hear of Aelin's victory, inspiring hope. The king summons Aid, Kale, Dorian, and Sorsha, Dorian's woman. He reveals that Sorsha is a rebel spy and brutally executes her. Dorian lashes out with his magic to save Kale, but his father overpowers him and locks a black collar around him, enslaving him into darkness. Aid is in prison, and Kale flees into hiding, renouncing the king and dedicating himself to the rebellion. Manon and the witches. Manon tricks the spiders into giving her spider silk to repair Abraxo's broken wings. Though mocked by rivals, she defends Abraxos fiercely. They finally gain trust, blah, 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 blah. They complete the crossing. During the war games, they end up fucking winning, sure. The act of defiance marks her growth and independence from Blackbeak cruelty. She is now crowned wing leader of the Blackbeaks. Yeah, and she got the victory. Soon after, the witches are ordered to Morath to serve under the sinister Duke Parrington. This is where the 4th story kind of comes in. The Norak army breaches the fortress, and Celaena's battle the Vogue Prince with the sword. Ronan's warrior companions, and yeah, they all come as reinforcements. The Vogue overwhelms Celaena with visions of her darkest memories, forcing her to relive her parents' assassination and Lady Marin's sacrifice that saved her life. This trauma is what she had long obviously avoided. Initially broken, she is lifted by the memories of those who believed in her, with Ronan as her Cairnam, channeling his strength into her. Celaena unleashes her full fire and burns Narok and the Vogue Princess to ash. Yeah, that's it. Mind you.
Well, it definitely sounds like a lot, but
Nothing happened. Nothing happened. Mind you. Nothing happened.
mm-hmm.
I do want to say the thing that before I forget, because you know me, I'll forget. We were discussing in the last book how the 3rd person is so overly done, and that Sarah J. Maas in this series treats us like we're fucking stupid. And I'm going to read a little section for you. I have the book in front of me. I have the page. If you want to read along with me, I am chapter 9, page 67. And I quote, Manon was on guard duty while her grandmother, the High Witch of Blackbeak clan, spoke to the Duke besides a raging blah 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 blah. The rest of the coven had taken their positions around the small encampment. 12 other witches all around Manon's age. All of them rise and train together. Like Manon, they had no weapons, but it seemed like the Duke knew enough to realize Blackbeak didn't need weapons for the delay. And when you were one of Manon's 13s, with whom she had the right to flow for the past 100 years, often the name of the coven was enough to send her enemies fleeing. Manon eyed the army's guards around the camp. I can keep going. Do you see what I mean? Every sentence, we have to announce who the fuck these characters are, and I am so fed up with it. Like, writing like this is why I hate 3rd person writing. I hate it. There are some books, like I said last book, or like last video, whatever, like the Dream Harbor series does 3rd person so very well. If you don't know how to write 3rd person very well, don't attempt it, because it's obnoxious, and I'm tired of having to be told, like, if you literally, mind you, each chapter was a different POV, meaning chapter 9 was only about Manon and the witches. You could have easily said Manon maybe every other paragraph. Maybe. I would have accepted that. But telling me who this chapter is about every other word, that's monotonous. I don't like it. It's annoying. It's repetitive. I don't like that. If you literally took out all of the repetitive dialogue and all of the repetitive descriptions, this book is 68 chapters long. Mind you, this book, let me actually get you the actual number because I'm fucking irritated now. This book is 564 pages long. If you took out all of the unnecessary repetitive bullshit, this would only be like a 15 chapter, maybe 150 page book max, which should have ideally been combined with the other 3 books previously.
Yep. Wow. That made me exhausted.
Well, and then, okay, I know you said you were...
Is that weird that I just feel tired just
No,
from like being heard the same thing over and over and over again? Like, if I may tangent for just a bit, like when I was like trying to read it, because I'm gonna tell you now, I struggled a lot, and like when it came to you say Manon, I say Mammon, mostly because of just how it was in the audiobook.
The audiobook was Manon.
Really, for me it was Mammon.
Oh, really? My audiobook was Manon.
What? Crazy.
I don't know.
I mean,
but then that's what was making me mad, because like I listened to a group, one of the singers in the group, it's spelled the same way, but her name is Mano. So whenever they kept saying Manon, I was like, that's not right.
That's weird. I don't know. Either way, I was confused because when it just randomly switched to the to the witch, like I'm like why is Celaena just randomly in a random like cabin? Yes. Like when did that happen? What happened to Rowan, the broody elf guy, and like they're hunting her down? Like hold up, what did the name of Adolin's greatest assassin just like happen to go over across the seas or something, and now they're just hunting down an assassin? And then I figured out, oh, this is a witch, because Iron Teeth. And I remember Iron Teeth from one of the other books. I think the second one, honestly, I can't remember at this point, because that kind of paid attention, which hurt me more than helped me. But I couldn't get past it, and I don't know if it was just like me feeling a little bit frustrated because of how many times I had to redo the chapter. I mean, because I just wasn't understanding. Either I'm just having a skill issue above none else, or the fact that sudden jump of just someone just so random. Like what was that? Like I get the importance as something 1000%. In the background. Like I get that. I get the importance of the background, but
okay.
Why?
Well, okay, so like, the thing is, like, if you guys haven't read this book, I'm going to validate everything that Aqua just said. So, mind you, every single character, without a doubt, has the same personality. Absolutely zero, as I mentioned in the last video, they have the same personality. There's no character growth. There's no dynamic, no continuity with anyone, because everyone is so sporadic and all over the place. So, for example, right? Let me do it in like video game terms. If you've ever played the Dark Picture anthology games, it's like you have Celaena and Ronan. They are walking down the hall and they immediately turn the corner and it looks like they're about to go into the door, but then once the door opens, it switches POVs and it's someone completely different. So now they are exactly where you think that Celaena and everyone and like Ronan are, but now it's a completely different person doing a completely different side quest, doing a completely different task, doing completely God knows fucking what. And everything is so overly described to the point where I feel like Sarah J. Maas was just putting in filler words because she genuinely had no idea what to write. And then the same thing would be like, let's just say that Manon or whatever had to get in a car. As soon as like the car door would shut, the camera would pan over, it would be Kale and the other two. There's no rhyme or reason. Like, I know that probably didn't make any sense, but there's no rhyme or reason to, like, what was actually happening. It was just descriptive words after descriptive words, but nothing came together and nothing actually made any sense.
Yeah.
Mind you, though, this was actually the best book so far in the series. It was a snooze fest, and I fucking hated every second of it. Like, Aqua and I actually had a pact to end at chapter 10 and to just full on DNF it, which he ended up DNFing it at chapter 10, but I was bored, I was curious, so I ended up getting through it. I wish I DNF'd it because literally fuck all happened. Like, I hate it when you're listening to an audiobook and the announcer, oh my god, the announcer starts getting so frantic, and oh my god, the announcer is so stressed. Nothing happened. Like, literally, like, when that part that I was telling you about where Celaena had to save Luca from the frozen ice and the monster was out to get him, oh my god, the author was so frantic, and you had to know that Celaena Sardothian was on her feet so quick. Nothing happened. Nothing. And I had to message Aqua that I'm like, bro, like, I feel like some badass moment is about to happen, but like, it's giving nothing. Even the ending when Dorian was fucking imprisoned by his own dad. That's normally like a gasp moment, like clutching your pearls, like you can't believe it. I felt nothing.
Yeah.
At all.
It's just sad.
So to be honest, for me personally, I don't feel like I need to say anything else. I actually haven't rated this book yet, so this is a live rating for me personally. This is the best book in the series so far. I think I'm gonna give it a 3, maybe a 3.5. It was the best, but I'm gonna be so completely real with everyone. We're gonna give the next book a go. Hold on, let me turn around. Queen of Shadows. We're gonna give Queen of Shadows a go, and if it's not any better, there's a chance we're DNFing this entire series. Like, this series is ass.
I mean, if anything, probably we'll do is just kind of just do like look at summaries that other people has made, just so we know what's happening. Because I'm sure they'll just give out the details, and that's all we kind of really need to know.
Yeah, we might do
So-
like videos based on them, like just based off of notes, just so that we can all be on the same page. But honestly, this
I mean,
series
you
is
could just end up just looking it up because if I couldn't, I'm like I've said before, I'm usually the generous one, you know, and I struggle to find excuses.
yeah, I really this series is so anticlimactic, and I really don't like anything that's happening. There's just I know I keep saying it, but there's a bunch of nothing happening, and it's just getting to the point where it's just overwhelming, the amount of nothing, because you see everyone always talking about how this is the best series in the world, and I hate every second of it, and I hate that I'm even still here talking about it when I could be playing video games and doing other things or even reading a better book. But here I'm talking about a book that actually made zero fucking sense.
Yeah. Well, so
Is your rating?
uh, it, probably a 2.5.
That's valid.
And like kind of loosey goosey, like it's like the glass is like thin, I guess.
I'm just
You know.
tired. I'm just tired, you know?
You know that Squid Games episode where they had to like jump on the glass?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm on the one that breaks, but for some odd reason it didn't break. But if I move, sneeze, or fart, it'll break.
I'm so tired. I'm tired of now we're about to start book 5 of this series. we've read probably a good 2,000 pages of this series so far. And out of that 2,000 pages, we probably only have about 10 pages worth of action. The rest is just useless dialogue, useless descriptions, and fucking repetitive Celaena Sardathian.
Yeah, I agree. I mean,
I'm fed up.
like the court series had a lot of descriptions, had a lot of setup, but also had good action. It had a sense
Oh, yeah.
of like moving forward. You know, it had perpetual motion. You know, even on the ones that that Elvish may not have liked so much, because my girl, Nesta was, wrongfully. I'm kidding. I was I'm still bitter, but even that had, was done so well, like it can happen. And I think what Airfire in the Sarah J Maas Chronicle, or yeah, isn't like Airfire was like in the middle of the court books, wasn't it? Or
I
did I
have
skip
no
the book?
idea. I
Well,
have no idea.
I know by this time court was in the was on the move.
Oh, I
So
think so. I think Akatar was released after this one or something, or like right before this one.
yeah. Yeah, exactly. So like it's there. It's possible, but Air just didn't do it. Just didn't
Yeah.
do it. Just didn't do it. And it may, and like I'm saying 2.5 to be generous, because maybe, Air fire crawled so Court can run and soar.
And then I'm thinking that Queen of Shadows might be where, because I I did read some Reddit threads because I was very concerned that, like I said, everyone and their mothers loves the series, but I am hating it. Everyone did say, like, I did see a good handful of people. They said that they skip Throne, Crown, and Assassins, and they start with Heir as book one. And even though it's not perfect, Heir apparently and supposedly starts the series. So supposedly, from the ending of Heir of Fire all the way to the end, it's holy shit, clutching my pearls. So I'm hoping that the next book comes through.
Ah, I see.
But I am giving this a 3.5. I'll just be nice. Maybe a 3, but I don't know. I'll have to think about it because I have to put it on Goodreads at the end of this. But I don't know, man. I don't know.
If you're giving it a 3, I'll give it. I'll leave it a 2.5.
Yeah, I'll do a
leave it.
3. But that's all I have, honestly. I wish I had better news. Oh, I have hiccups. I wish I had better news. I think the next time you see us together, it might be the gingerbread bakery? Question mark?
What?
Question
Dream
mark?
Harbor? Well, maybe that
Yeah.
and a vampire road trip.
Yes. Oh, I forgot to
pre-order.
pre-order.
Yeah, pre-order started. Actually, I think it's coming out like pretty dang soon.
I think it comes out next month, or at least not next month, next week, if not next month.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
Well, that's all I have.
Yeah, I mean, same for me.
Yeah, I have nothing. It comes out in like 4 days. It comes out on September 23rd.
I have a credit.
What is it? 23? What is it? What is today? 30, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. It comes out on Tuesday.
Why does it have to be on a Tuesday out of all day? You know what? No, that's valid. Because, vampires, that vampire series just happens to be very just normal.
So we're gonna have to do gingerbread and vampire, and then we're gonna have to come back and do the next 2 books in Throne of Glass, because those 2 books are a necessity.
Yeah,
we signed blood oaths for those 2.
Yeah, it's in my old contract.
All right, well that's all I'm doing because I'm good. Yeah. Well, as always, it was very fun. It's definitely glad and good to have Aqua back. guest
Hello.
stars. But as always, be sure to go get snacks, go get water. Mental health is importante. That is definitely how
Yeah,
you say it in some language. What
we're
language?
still trying to
I
figure out
don't
which
know.
one. Yeah, we'll figure it out. Scientists are still wondering. They keep asking me questions. They keep coming to my cardboard box, knocking on my damn door. I need to stop. Quit asking. I don't know either. To make my eyes twitch.
I am
But in
dead.
that, but in that case, yeah, grab your snacks. Oh, and that reminds me, here you go, Violent. Just hand you a donut.
Oh.
Eh, eh.